Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, today I'm working on a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500. I believe it's LTZ. I'm going to show you how to transform your truck from looking like this. It is pretty. This thing got wide tires and it's slightly lifted. But I'm going to show you how to transform it from looking like that to a more aggressive look with its fenders. And at the same time, protecting rocks and muds from flying, onto the car behind you. So it's a big difference in look, as you can see. Yep. All right, guys, with any project, the prep work is very important. So the first thing I did, I used soap and water with a rag. I cleaned the fenders pretty clean. I got it nice and clean. And make sure your parts clean as well. Once that's done, you put that aside. Give it a nice wipe down with, clean water. And next, in the front, this is two separate pieces. This piece right here, it's one piece by itself. And this was another piece by itself. And then as you can see, I screw them together to make sure that you're ready to go on. And then I also did install this little strip right here. On the back, if it's a 3M tape. So you just basically follow the line of the fender and make sure you get it nice and straight and have it sitting on there right. I did have to do a little cut in the inside right here, just so to fit right. But once you do this, this is pretty much already prepped and ready to go to the truck. Now, as you walk over here, there's a couple screws you gotta remove. So originally on here, you're gonna have this cover. This has gotta come off. I believe it was installed like this. Yes. So it was installed like this originally. Just gotta slide it off and take this off. You don't need that anymore. There's one screw here that needs to come off. And these are, I believe, T15s, I believe they are. T15, yes. So T15, you're gonna need that. And when you buy this kit from Rough Country, it does come with instructions, guys. It really does. Like, I had to depend on instructions to get this work completed. I could have figured it out, but it was just a lot easier having instructions, and it shows you everything you need right here. So do yourself a favor, read the instructions, and maybe use the video as backup. But once that's loosened, there's another bolt here that has to come off, and there's two up here that has to come off, one here, one over there. And then there's 7mm bolts right here that needs to come off as well. You need to remove. So now, once all this is removed, the surface is clean, I'm ready to go ahead and start bolting the fender onto the truck. Hey guys, I forgot to mention that you need to install this piece right here. So it's gonna go into the truck like this, with this tape right here, touching the body on the outer of the fender. So I'm gonna keep this on here. I'm not gonna peel it off yet, but I'm gonna line it up with the two holes up here, like so. One. There's two. Okay, so now I'm gonna peel that off. Apply a little bit of pressure to make sure the tape sticks to the body of the truck. And after that, go ahead and retighten the 2 bolts on the bottom. This is plastic, so do not over tighten. Just get it nice and snug, and maybe do a 1/4 turn. Now we're going to use the 2 clips. These are, let me see. So in your instructions, these are your, what clips are these? I guess they're called U-clips. No, this is not the right one. This is the right one. Okay, so you're going to use your U-clips from your instructions. Install that right here. I gotta push this all the way in. Okay, so currently, as you can tell, this is not lined up yet. So I'm going to slide this in some more. There's a lot of tension right now. Same thing on here. This is actually in a lot more than the other side. So I'm going to slide this all the way in, make sure the whole line up. And this is the 2-point that Fender is actually going to bolt into. And this is going to help hold it up. All right, guys. So I got them pretty much lined up on both ends. Now, time to grab the Fender and start tightening things down. My 8mm bolts. Goes in right here. I'm sorry, 7mm. Don't tighten everything down just yet. Just have it nice and snug, where you can still move the fender around to get a nice fitment if you have to. One bolt. Two. All right, guys. So at this time, the fender is mocked up. Now, all I'm gonna do is go ahead and retighten everything. At the same time, push the fender. You're gonna push the fender pretty much up like that, like upward. Let me show you again. Zoom out. So you're gonna push it pretty much upward, so it seals nice, and then you tighten all the bolts. Once all that's done, you go ahead and put your little where's the owner preferred the black ones, which I think is a good call. The silver looks nice too, but the black just goes better, I think, with the wheels that he got on here already. So, and after you tighten everything inside here, like I said, you just go ahead and start putting these on. This is pretty easy. Literally just peel off this little white paper on here. And let's see if I can do one-handed. It's a little hard. It's a 3M tape. And this is what holds it. So you literally, make sure this area is clean so it sticks. You literally just push. And then just apply a little bit of pressure so the tape stays on there real good. As you can tell, listen, I'm not even done yet, tighten everything down. There's no gap here at all whatsoever. It's like a tiny bit right here, but barely any gap. You know, as you can see, it's like no gap whatsoever. I'm not even done tightening these things up yet. And once I tighten it up, all this is gonna seal. It's gonna stay flush. But yeah, let me know how you guys like this type of videos, man. I try to, you know, throw some random videos on the channel. I know my channel is mostly Hondas, but I try to create videos like this for those of you who have trucks like these, or are interested in buying something like this and transforming it by adding flares and things like that on it. Let me know how you like it. Give this video a thumbs up. Please comment down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. All right, guys, so I screwed up. I used the wrong screws in here. The screws with the washers don't go up here. You got to use these screws. That's what you got to use up there. So I'm taking those back off, and then I'm gonna put them here, and I think that's it. Yeah. So it still works, but that's not where it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down, tighten that down, and use the correct screws up here. And this fender's pretty much done once I, like I said, slap these babies on all around. Hey guys, here's a finished product of the front left fender. As you can see, everything's looking good. No gaps, everything's sealed pretty good. That's how you want it. You don't want water just going in there. It's sitting. And here's a side view. As you can tell, it looks really good. Let me know what you think. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys think. Looks really good. Now the back is still incomplete. Now time to move on to the back. All right, guys, I gotta be honest with you. I almost forgot I was doing a video and forgot to record the process in the rear. So the process in the rear is not much more different than the front. So originally, this piece right here was inside. It was bolted in here. So that had to come off. And then on here, there's also a little plastic trim. The bolts on the outer needs to be removed, which later you will reuse to install on the fender or whatever. But anyways, same process. Make sure you do your wipe down, soap and water or whatever you want to use. And then make sure you install the trim. That's that. So far, I got one bolt in here. I got a self-tapping screw holding on to the fender up here since I'm just by myself. So what that does is it helps hold the fender in place. And then I'm able to go ahead and drill my holes, the rest of the holes that I need to drill. And then I can bolt everything down. That's all there is to it, guys. The front is not hard. The rear is not hard. It is time consuming. I will tell you now, the rear is going to take a little more time because you will have to drill holes, like 5 holes in the rear. But once you drill at least 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 holes here. Everything else goes in pretty easy. Now, make sure when you drill your holes, make sure you do your test fit at first, and make sure you push up on a fender, like upward into the body. Make sure you close all the gap. So on here, there is no gap. On the other side, there's a slight gap up front, which I'm gonna address in a little bit. But up here, there's barely any gap. I mean, this right here, you can't really do much about this. But yeah, so make sure, like I said, push up onto it and try to get that as perfect as you can. But that's it, guys. I'm just gonna pretty much drill holes, put the screws in, and put those fake plastic screws in there, and that's it. The install is pretty much complete, guys. Hey guys, I realized it wouldn't be fair if I didn't show you guys the finished product of the truck. So here it is. Front and left. Just walk around. And here's the right side. It's all done. Truck looks good, man. It looks good. So much better than before. So much better than before. Once again, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the channel. If this is, if you've been here before, you already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for your support. Thank you very much for all you do, for watching the videos, liking, commenting, sharing. Definitely appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and see you next time.